Good to see you again. We had very good consultations, strong support to my mandate and the job I'm doing, and the 5 priorities I've outlined before. Obviously, my main message today is about the situation in Idlib and the terrible situation that the civilians in Idlib is facing. Too many people have been killed already, and we need obviously to see an end to the fighting that is going on. Yes, indeed there is a terrorist group dominating most of Idlib, HTS, but in the Council there is a broad agreement that yes, it is of course legitimate to fight terrorists, but it has to be done with respect for international humanitarian law. And I've been talking to a lot of Syrians inside and outside of Syria, and I think what is happening now is basically obviously raising questions also about the political process. But that's why also my message to you today is that there is from the Council, a united Council, a deep support to the work that I'm doing when it comes to the Constitutional Committee, the work that we're doing on abductees, detainees and missing persons, and, as you know, the work that we're doing when it comes to trying to establish an effective international format in support of the Geneva process and a political solution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pedersen, and thank you for doing this on behalf of the UN Correspondents Association. 2 questions. First, you said that there is agreement that there should be observance of international humanitarian law in Idlib. That isn't quite what we heard from some members of the Council yesterday. Did you have support from Russia specifically on the Council on that issue of respecting international humanitarian law in Idlib? And was there any agreement or discussion on observing the ceasefire? And second question, can you update us on the state of negotiations on the Constitutional Committee?
Yes. No, let me just repeat that there was unanimous Council saying that yes, indeed, fighting terrorism, you have to respect international humanitarian law. I've had several discussions both with Russia and Turkey when it comes to respect for the ceasefire. And as you will have heard from both Russia and Turkey, there is an agreement on the need to uphold the ceasefire, and we are strongly encouraging both Russia and Turkey to continue working together and to make sure that this agreement is then being implemented on the ground. So, and this is what I'm continuing to hearing, but of course we need to see it, as I said, to be implemented. I also briefed the Council on the latest on the Constitutional Committee. I think it's, as I said before, I believe we are very close. It's a question of political will, both when it comes to the name and when it comes to the routes of procedure.
James?
Special Envoy, you said that there was unity among the Council members that international humanitarian law should be respected. But can you be clear, in your estimation, 22 medical facilities hit, is it being respected right now? And clearly Russia has the key role here because it has influence over the Syrian government and it has its own bombers in the air.
No, I think we all agree that, well, I shouldn't say we all agree, but I think my position is the following, that, and as I started by saying, is that, there are 3 million civilians in Idlib province. Too many has been killed, and obviously what is happening is not proportional in relationship to civilian casualties and the fight against terrorists. For what we need to see is that the fight against terrorists is continuing. It needs to be proportional to the challenge ahead.
So it's illegal?
Thank you.
Pedersen, a general question. Are we any nearer to a political solution? If we are, can you explain how? And if we are not, why not?
I do believe that we are making progress. Obviously, the situation in Idlib is complicating the situation, but we have been making steadily progress, both with the government and with the SNC, the opposition, and also with the international parties, both with the Astana format and also with the so-called small group. I see a growing international consensus, and I also felt it in the Council today, that there is increasingly a consensus on how to move forward. And I also believe that what we have seen lately, after Secretary of State Pompeo's visit to Sochi, his meeting with President Putin and Foreign Minister Lavrov, is also, I think, extremely important and gives a positive opening for a way to move forward on the political process.
Just to follow up, when do we expect the next big move, whether it's the ending and the finalizing of the Constitutional Committee, or whether to convene?
If I had known when the date is there, I would have told you, but I'm afraid I don't know. Yes.
Carol.
Mr. Pedersen, just on the U.S.-Russia discussion on Syria, have you had any indication that they might be willing to work more closely together? I know you met with the P5. Are we looking at a sort of P5 format to try to move things along?
Let me just say that I believe that a cooperation between Russia and the U.S. is essential for us to be able to move forward in the political process, and that what I'm hearing from both my Russian friends and my American friends are positive. This is early days, so we still need to see that things are moving forward, but I'm having bilaterals both with Russia and the US also later today, and we'll be following up on this.
Thank you so much. Majid Gilhuda, Media Network. I have two questions. The first one is about the Constitutional Committee. You said you are very close. Can you give us an idea? One of the underreported issues is the participation of the Kurds. How many members of them are Kurds? How is their participation like? And how did you choose those members? And the second question is about Idlib. If the Syrian government forces control Idlib at the end of this operation, realistically, what leverage you and international community will have to bring Syrian government to the table? Aren't you concerned about that very likely possibility?
Listen, let me start by saying that there is only a political solution to this conflict. And I think the more than 8 years that has gone has proven that there is no military solution to the conflict. This is a deeply divided society. There is complete lack of trust. We need to heal the division and to start to build trust to be able to move forward. And without that, we risk what I call a no war, no peace scenario, where things will continue to be complicated and where we will not see a Syria that will be a normal part of the international society also in the future. And this is what we're trying to prevent. When it comes to the representation of Kurdish elements in the Constitutional Committee, there are Kurdish elements in the committee, and they will participate as the other 150 members of the committee.
Maria?
Thank you, Maria Tahrir. So after the meeting in Nur Sultan, the Astana meeting is scheduled, the meeting with Troika, the Astana Troika, Russia, Iran, and Turkey on the Constitutional Committee. Is this meeting still expected to happen, because it seems like it has been postponed?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
It was announced in Nur Sultan that there will be a meeting in May on Constitutional Committee in Geneva.
Oh, I see. No. What I did when I was in Nur Sultan was to invite the 3 Astana players to Geneva, and I'm currently discussing a date with the 3 Astana players, so hopefully we will be able to have this meeting soon in Geneva.
Last question.
Mr. Pedersen, Idlib is obviously central to you being here today. Yesterday, the Assistant Secretary General said, however, that people of Idlib cannot wait for another round of Geneva consultations. How did you answer her comments? Yes, sorry. How did you answer, or how would you answer that statement? And secondly, given that she also said yesterday, is this council not able to take some action that sends a signal that this is unacceptable? You've talked of unity, but there's still silence from the council. How can you assure anyone that things are actually being tackled?
I think it's, for me, very important that I'm able to do two things at the same time. Yes, we have to understand the serious challenges in Idlib, and we've been discussing that. But I would be doing a serious mistake if I not at the same time continue to press forward for a political solution that will prevent things that is happening, like things is happening in Idlib today. So we're doing both. Yes, we are looking very carefully at what's happening in Idlib, but we also want to continue to work on a political solution that hopefully will bring peace and stability to the Syrian people that have been suffering far too long.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.